What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to do a little get ready with me, but I'm going to be trying some new products that I'm really excited about. I got the Kylie Cosmetics Nightmare on Elm Street palette, as well as the lashes, the lip lacquers, and cheek and lip stain. So I'm going to kind of use all of these while I get ready today, test out the formulas. This is the first time I've gotten anything from Kylie Cosmetics, so I'm excited to try the products. And if you know me in real life, you know how much of a horror movie fan I am, so I mean, I had to get this collection. So let's just jump in. Okay, so I got you zoomed in. I think first I'm going to try out the cheek and lip stain. I have foundation on a little bit, so I don't know how this is going to work over that, but I don't know. I feel like we should try it. The little tub is pretty cute. It doesn't really have a smell. I'm not even sure how to use this really, so I'm just going to take a tiny amount and just kind of pat it on. Rub it in maybe? Oh yeah, that looks better. Oh, that's pretty. Oh yeah. Pretty. I'm going to put a little bit on my lips. I'm going to try the lacquers in a little bit, but they'll go over this anyway. Okay, I mean, it doesn't go on super even. It kind of just gives that little bit of a flushed pout. I feel like I prefer it more for cheeks, but now we know. I am going to now just jump into the palette because I have to. Let me see if I can show you guys. So it does come with a mirror. This is what it's looking like. Some really pretty shades. I feel like there's definitely a lot of wearable shades up through this area. And then obviously the drama is down here. So I think I'm gonna have to play with a little bit of both. I love this shade way up the top here. It's right up my alley. And I think I might use this one as a highlight. So let's just jump in. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of talk about what some of my favorite scary movies are while we're doing this, because why wouldn't we? I love this brush. So I'll go ahead and start with the ones that just come to the top of my head. So one of my favorite series is the Conjuring Universe series. I love anything with Ed and Lorraine Warren. I think it's just so interesting. And I feel like they actually have elements that are scary, which a lot of scary movies nowadays I feel like aren't. Don't worry, I'll blend this. So I really like that, specifically the Conjuring 1. Conjuring 2 isn't super scary to me, but I still enjoy those movies anytime I watch them. And The Nun and everything that kind of goes along with that. I feel like they almost have elements of like older scary movies like The Exorcist, which you don't really come across very much anymore. I know they do a lot of possession movies nowadays, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. There's like a sense of impending doom that it's hard to achieve in a film, I feel like. And a lot of the Conjuring movies do that successfully. And I'm kind of a sucker for anything that is somewhat based on a true story. I know supernatural is hard to prove, but I still really like it. So this shade I'm using now is kind of interesting. It almost feels like nothing's coming up, like when I try to pick up color. Then it obviously has pigmentation. You just kind of really have to work your brush in there. Another scary movie I really liked was Sinister. The second one was complete garbage. Sorry to the director, but ugh, it was so bad. The acting was just so cringe. The first one, I mean, I honestly don't really watch a lot of movies with Ethan Hawke in it, but he was good in that. And that story was good, and it's definitely pretty graphic in certain scenes, and it feels a little bit too real in certain scenes, so I can see why that kind of isn't the movie for everybody. Let me think, what else? It's hard to think of them on the top of my head now all of a sudden, even though obviously, I mean, I watch them all the time. I am going to use a little bit of this kind of sparkly, oh, a pressed glitter. I'm gonna wait on that. I'll go back to that. I am gonna deepen up the crease with Dream Demon, which is kind of this like, I don't know, it's hard to explain the color. Almost a cranberry, like a deep cranberry shade. I have been rewatching the Friday the 13th movies because it's been years since I've seen those. And it's funny, like I am only on the third one now. I haven't started it yet, but I watched the first two. And it's funny what you forget, but those kind of slasher flicks are kind of funny anyway. And I feel like I find a lot of comedy elements in scary movies, which I think is why I like them as well. Another theme, I suppose you can call it, that I like is zombie movies. I try to watch pretty much any zombie movie I can come across, even if it's bad. So, you know, like 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. I heard a rumor there was going to be another one in the series, but I mean, you could hear that forever and it never happened. But that would be cool. It'd be kind of neat to see what's going on now in that universe, so to speak. But I really like the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead. That one was done really well. Although I did not enjoy, I think it was Army? No, what was that new one that just came out on Netflix? I can't remember, but the one with Zack Snyder. I'm not gonna lie, I did not enjoy that one. Army of the Dead, maybe? I don't know. I'm putting some of that pressed glitter on the edge. I don't know, it's kind of hard to find a scary movie that's like truly scary these days, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't know if they've run out of ideas or what, but there are some that are so bad. I mean, I'll still probably watch them because I just do, but some of them, I'm trying to think of a good example. Only, you know, like Sinister 2, that was just tragic. And then I just watched Separation, which came out, which it was alright, but I feel like they always try to do this weird artistic stuff at the end, and it's just not right for the film. I'm gonna go with that light shade in the center. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know down below what your favorite scary movies are, because maybe there's something I haven't seen yet. Which might be hard to find, something I haven't seen yet, but still, let me know, because I always like to know. I mean, one movie that I feel like a lot of people really like, that I didn't really like, is The Blair Witch Project. I mean, I feel like you either thought that was horrifying or you thought it was like so bad. And I honestly just did not think it was scary. But a lot of that found footage film stuff I just cannot get behind. It is not my cup of tea. I don't know if that sounds silly or not, but another one that I really enjoyed, I have to say, is Hereditary. I mean, that one is a slow burn at first for sure, but I feel like once it got to the peak, there's some really scary parts for sure. I'm gonna go with that light shade and use it as a highlight, because why not? It's kind of hard to see, but it is giving me some glimmer. Pretty. I'm gonna go underneath the lid. Let's see. Should I go underneath my eye with that like dark green shade? Why not? This might be a mistake, but yeah, maybe with lashes it might not look too bad. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this green, like the dark shade down here, is almost like a charcoal black shade, really, once you like blend it out. Still pretty though. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I have to say the shadows are really nice. I've never used Kylie shadows, like I said before, but they definitely have good pigmentation, and this look is definitely wearable, I feel like, for me. So I think we should try lashes next, and then we can talk about some more scary movies. I know the Halloween franchise is kind of big right now because the new movie that just came out, which is always exciting. So oh, these are separate. Okay, so these lashes, I don't know if you can see that, but they're each section. Okay, quit focusing on me. And don't look at my nails, guys, they're bad. But each section is like little segments, so you can kind of just do the outside. I think I might do that this time, just put some on the outside edge. But I really did like the original Halloween movies, obviously, with Laurie Strode and everything. But when Rob Zombie remade them, I really liked how he did that, to be honest. I thought he did a really great job, and it was kind of a different artistic approach. And obviously I love when his wife is in his movies. I think there technically is adhesive on here, but I never trust the lash adhesive that comes with it. I just don't. What else did I really like? I did not like the Babadook. I think that's what it's called. A lot of people loved it. I thought it was horrible. It was just so hard to get into. The Strangers, that one was good because that one could really happen. I'm gonna have to look at my mirror, guys, while I put this lash on. Okay, one section done. I don't know how familiar you are with The Strangers, but when there's just people that just want to be violent for no reason, that's scary. And when they're real people and not some guy with a mask that can be killed over and over again and then come back to life, it's unrealistic. So far I'm kind of liking this little segment lash thing. I don't think I've used them before. I've used like the little triple, like individual lashes. My finger's stained. So keep that in mind when you're using the cheek stain. Okay, I'm just gonna keep working on this and then we can get back to talking about movies in just a second, because I need to concentrate. Okay, I'm gonna let those dry a little bit, but so far so good. I think I'm gonna put mascara on them, but I want them to be tacky first. So let's talk about another movie I really liked, especially regarding the zombie theme, was Train to Busan. I think that's how you pronounce it. I believe it's in Korean, so if that's not your thing, I understand, but it was worth reading subtitles for. It was so good. He just did a really great job with like filming almost entirely on a moving train. I feel like that would be hard to keep an audience's attention, but they did a great job. And it was scary and it had a lot going on, so I mean it wasn't boring. Another one I really liked was It Follows. That one's more of like an indie-ish film, I think. But that one's interesting because you know that something's coming after you, and as far away as you get from it, you know it's still coming. Like there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, there is. I don't want to give away the plot, but for the most part, you know something's after you when you're sleeping. So if you're not constantly moving, you're in danger, which is scary. And you never know what it's going to look like. That's what's also scary. And no one can see it but you or whoever is being chased. So that one was really cool. And the It remakes that are somewhat recent, those ones I really enjoyed as well. I love Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise. I think he did a really great job. I mean, I don't know who else could have done a better job. I mean, other than the original, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's move on to lips because we're almost done here. So I'm going to go lightest to darkest just in case it stains. I don't want to compromise the shade too much. So the first one I have is called Only a Dream. It's this kind of lighter shade, which is probably the one that most people would wear. These are a lot thicker than I thought they would be. Okay, this one's kind of a Your Lips But Better shade. So I like that, especially for everyday wear, and it looks pretty with this eye look that I created today, so that's good. I didn't realize, like I said a second ago, how thick this texture was, but it's still not sticky. I mean, it's hard to explain, but I like it. And there's no scent, which I know a lot of people would appreciate. Another movie I really liked was Midsummer. I know that one was kind of a either liked it or you hated it kind of thing, but I just feel like the way they did it was really interesting. The cinematography especially just on its own was amazing. Even if you didn't like the storyline, it was just beautiful. This one's called Elm Street. Couldn't read for a second, and it's more of a true red, like a cherry red. Okay. So I have that one on. I mean, I could have been more precise, but just for the video so you can see the color. Super pigmented. Like I said, it's not sticky, no smell. Lovely color. So that one's also good. I still like the first one maybe a little bit better. Let's try the last one though. Okay, and this last one is kind of a darkish, reddish color. And this one is called Never Sleep Again. I feel like this one would be pretty for fall and winter. Okay, and then here's this one, obviously a deeper shade. Like I said, this would be really pretty for fall and winter. Super, super shiny. Obviously, it's a lip lacquer, so that makes sense. I do like it. I still feel like my favorite one was the Only a Dream shade, which, I mean, it's the most wearable shade, so it makes sense. But other than that, that's everything, guys, and I think that's most of the scary movies that I enjoy. I know I'm probably missing a ton, but definitely comment your favorite scary movies down below, because A, we'll either agree with each other, or B, it'll give me some ideas on what to watch next. So definitely do that, please. And my final thoughts on the Kylie Nightmare on Elm Street palette and collection is it's a thumbs up. I'll definitely be reaching for this palette again. I mean, there's just so many beautiful shades in here. And like I said in the beginning, like, there's so many wearable shades, which, you know, you'd think in a Halloween collection that would be not the case, but it just works out really nicely. And obviously, I love that it's Nightmare on Elm Street themed. I'm a big fan of Freddy. So this lip and cheek jelly, never seen anything like this before. It definitely stains for sure. I feel like the cheek is where it's at when it comes to this product. The lips were okay if you want just a tiny flash of color, but I didn't love it there. And then lastly, the lip lacquers, super pigmented, very shiny. I feel like I haven't tested this, but I feel like they would be long lasting. So I'll have to keep this one on for a while, and I'll let you know down in my description box how it went, so you guys know. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And as always, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.